Good fucking morning. It is 12:57 a.m. and we are about to go and get all of our peptides and our fat burners in and come back into bed for a little bit with our monster and sip on that and maybe fall asleep again. We'll see. But yeah, it's time to get moving. Today is March the 16th, and it's a Monday, and it's a rest day for me. So, pardon me, guys. So that is the plan for the day. Anyways, allow me to go and pop some pills. I shall return. Alrighty. Pills have been popped. Injections have been done. It is time for the monster. Ooh. Alrighty, let's get that first sip of the day on camera. What it's like to chew 5 gum. Fuck. That's good shit. Alright, back into bed for 15 minutes and then up and at 'em we shall go. See y'all in the next fucking clip, I suppose. Alright, it's just gone 1:30. We managed to get another 12 minutes of sleep in. So let's finish off this bad boy and then let's get up and get rocking and rolling. Alrighty, we have smacked out the required 40 minutes on the Stairmaster. And we are on the streets limping. Update on the ankle. Ankle's still fucking cooked. Feels like it's getting a little bit better, but it's just so hard to get it to heal when you're still doing like cardio and you still have to train and do all that business. So hopefully it comes good before stage, just because I don't want to be limping around awkwardly on stage and trying to pose with a sore ankle and whatnot. Realistically, because I probably need to get off of it for a good 3 or 4 days, but as you know, in prep we don't really have that luxury at the moment. Anyways, we woke up this morning at 104.7 kilos, which is down 500 grams from yesterday. So considering Saturday and Sunday were both high days, and we dropped 100 grams from Saturday into Sunday, and then obviously dropped another 500 from yesterday into today. So 2 days of 900 grams of carbs, and we're down 600 grams in total. So we might see the weight come up after today, just because rest day, we don't train, and obviously we don't expend as much energy on today, but we shall see. So seeing as today is a rest day, focus is going to be work, as in clients online, getting our errands done. So usually on my rest days I'm doing things like going to the post office and paying bills and doing all of the back end type of shit that we do. I believe I've got a few bills that I need to pay, like I think water came in, and I also believe rates might not be too far behind that as well. Then on Wednesday we actually have someone coming in to change over my internet. I am switching from TPG to a mob called Superloop, and apparently it's going to double my download and upload speed, which is awesome because, hey, when you use the internet as much as I do, and also with the YouTube vlogs and everything, I'll definitely take some faster internet. That would be great. It's actually kind of mind-blowing that in this day and age you can still have internet that gives you the shits, which is what TPG are currently offering me. I pay $65 a month for it, and it's fucking crap. So I'd much rather pay up around the $100 a month mark, but actually get something that can fucking do stuff. You know, 2026, we shouldn't be waiting for a bloody YouTube video to fucking load. You know what I mean? So anyways, what else? So I don't know if I've mentioned on YouTube, but recently my twin sister has let me know that she is indeed pregnant. So in October I shall become an uncle. I am also turning 31 years of age in 6 days. I am. So on the 22nd of March, your boy is officially solidifying his 30s by becoming 31. Scary times. An uncle and 31 years old. Oh my God, I'm becoming an old man, and I'm limping around like an old man too. So aside from client work and aside from errands, we're also going to try and rest. Yesterday, as you guys would have seen, was a not so easy day. For whatever reason, my body was just telling me that it was fucking smashed. So I'm hoping that today, if we can kick our feet up and just focus on getting work done and getting the errands done early, then we can continue the rest of the day just chilling out and preparing for the next 3 days of training over Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, something I would like to touch on as I walk the streets here is I want to talk a little bit about what it truly takes to do a contest prep. All right. A lot of people think that a contest prep is you just dieting and, you know, doing a few simple things to rock up to stage eventually in X amount of weeks. What they don't factor in to a contest prep is the mental toll that it can really take to take your mind there when shit gets tough. All right, we'll just use me as an example, right? I've got it probably on the quote unquote easier side, considering I don't have a regular 9 to 5 or anything like that. But what people need to realize is that during your prep, shit's going to go wrong. Like I've got my ankle issue, for example. A successful prep isn't necessarily a prep where everything goes smoothly and you make it to the finish line unscathed. A successful prep is dealing with all the shit that you need to deal with in a prep, whilst also dealing with the shit that life throws at you. Also, people who wait for the right time to prep, they'll say things like, oh, I want to get a bit more muscle, or I want to wait until work calms down, or I want to wait for my life stresses to become less. That shit ain't never going to happen, brother. Let me tell you right now. In fact, if anything, you're better off being in a prep where you understand that shit's going to happen, because if you think that you're going to prep and you organize your prep in a way where you think that nothing's going to go wrong, and then when something does go wrong, you're automatically going to be like, oh, fuck, it's too hard, and you're probably going to throw in the towel. Whereas, if you just accept the fact that there's never going to be a perfect time to start, you're probably never going to be happy with the starting point or the circumstances, and you just hook the fuck in and do it, you're going to be much more successful with your prep. Because again, there is no perfect time. Just like with anything in life, really, there is never going to be a perfect time to start. And you're better off just going, fuck it, life is going to throw shit at me. I might as well just start right fucking now. And you navigate through it as you go. You roll with the punches. You take on things as they come. A friend told me the other day a quote that he actually told his partner. And that was, how do you eat an elephant? And she goes, what do you mean? And he goes, how do you eat an elephant? And she goes, oh, I don't know. How do you eat an elephant? And he goes, one bite at a time. And that couldn't reign truer for a contest prep. When you start a contest prep and you're at the very, very beginning and the task can seem arduous, you don't think about all the weeks that you have left. You think about the next step that you have to take. Think of it like climbing a ladder, a really fucking long ladder. You don't look at the top, all right, because you probably can't even see the top. But what you can see is the next rung. So you grab onto that rung, and then you grab the next one, and then you grab the next one. And that's how not only just prep should be taken, but life in general, because when you zoom out, everything is a massive task. And it can be overwhelming. But if you zoom in and you just focus on what the next thing to do is, the next task, the next box to check, and that's all you need to do to get through it, through anything. At the moment, I'm 27 days out from competition. And I'm not focusing on next week or the week after that. I'm not even really thinking about the day of the show. All I'm thinking of is, what do I need to do right now? What does my next hour look like? What does the next 24 hours look like? And that's about as far as it goes. Sure, you can think down the line further. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't put too much mental energy and effort into thinking about something that is that far away, because shit's going to happen between now and then. Unforeseen shit. So just focus on the next minute, the next hour, and everything between now and just when you go to bed tonight. That's all you need to think about. Bite-sized chunks, people. Bite-sized chunks. Anyways, with that being said, I am going to take you along for the rest day again. And mark my word, it'll be the same shit as you normally see on a rest day. It'll be eating at the same times, working at the same times, napping at the same times, cooking at the same times, running errands at the same time. Same shit, different day, but 1% better than last time. And that is all we are going to focus on. So I'm going to finish steps off here. I'm going to get inside. I'm going to make rest day meal 1. And we're going to keep rolling. So let's do it, guys. One task at a time. All right, in the kitchen now. Prepare meal 1. So we have finished off our steps, obviously, and our cardio. And all we have left to do before we eat is meal 1. So let's get that organized. 3 corn thins just there, so we need to get 1 more. Sorry if I sound a little bit flat today too, guys. I have definitely been feeling it the past past week or so. Prep catches up to all of us. If you're not rooted, it means you're not lean enough. Alrighty, and number 4. So 4 corn thins have been plated up. Put that aside. Now it's time for the cream of rice and whey drip. I've really been digging the Skippy whey drip recently, which is the peanut butter. So there's your cream of rice in there. Drip. And we're going to apply this to the cream of rice, as you all already know. That is how thick we are looking for our drip at the moment. Thick as motherfucking fuck. Sleep lately has been not too bad, which is a positive. Not necessarily in duration, but when it is time to sleep, we have been able to get to sleep and stay asleep, which is good. And the naps have been life-saving, to say the least, that is for sure. Usually the most difficult part of the day lately has been the morning time. It just seems to take a little bit longer to get going. After cardio, I'm definitely feeling pretty smashed as well. Training, not too bad. Like I said yesterday, we did have that bit of a rougher day on the legs, but that's just because leg day is fucking hard, man. That's why we count down the leg days of prep, because they're the ones that are like, oh baby, we are in the thick of it now. So right now, you probably can't see off camera, but we are just smearing the drip over our cream of rice. All right, that's what we got going on. On top of that, pumpkin pie spice. And we're also going to sprinkle a little bit of stevia on top of that. And then that is going to go in the freezer while we train abs. Nothing better than a super nice, super cold cream of rice post ab training. Now, with the empty drip bowl, in goes the pineapple. We've already taken all of our health supps. Our health supps being our omegas, multivitamin, empagliflozin, Driven Nutrition's Axis, which has a GDA in it, along with your NAC, your TUDCA, and it also has nattokinase in it. If you don't know what nattokinase is, look it up. Awesome supplement. Great for keeping your blood thin. All right, we're just chopping up our 125 grams of pineapple into said drip bowl. $1.25 on the dot. Then on top of the pineapple, basic bitch spice. Stevia on that one too. And into the freezer with that one as well. Then on top of the corn thins goes this whey protein concentrate, which is the Adonis cookie dough mixed with some whey iso. But I will wait until after abs to put that one on there. so that it doesn't go soggy. Pineapple back in the fridge. All right, everything is pretty much ready to go. All that's left to do now is smash abs out. So I will train abs and then I will get back to you on camera to show you what meal one looks like POV. All right guys, abs done. Time for meal one, but let's have a check. Time to eat. All right, sitting down for meal one, normal shit. 100 grams of cream of rice, 150 blueberries, 20 grams of Adonis whey mixed in, 70 grams of whey drip on top, basic bitch spice and stevia, 125 pineapple, basic bitch spice and stevia, 4 corn thins. We got about 15 grams of Adonis cookie whey, and that is meal number one. I'm going to hook into this and I'm going to enjoy it. And then I'm going to do a few client responses, and then I'm going to have another nap, because that's just what we do right now. We fucking nap when we can take it. So anyways, I'm going to hook in. Doesn't get any better than that, guys. Look at that. Oh. Alrighty, here we are, guys, out front of the sauna. We are about to hop in this bad boy, so wish me luck. I'm about to absolutely fry my brain. This might sound relaxing to a lot of people, a sauna, but trust me, after you've been in there for about 20 minutes at 75 degrees, all you want to do is get the fuck out. So pray for me. Also, just to keep you all on the loop, before I jumped in here, I managed about a 2-hour nap, and I don't know, something's definitely hit me these past few days or something, because I keep waking up and getting out of bed and just feeling like I've been fucking hit by a train. Like, even just the process of getting out of bed just now and coming to this sauna, I was just like, fuck, I am ruined. So I don't know, guys. Like I said, there's a cost to being shredded, and I guess this is it. The better you look, the worse you feel. Bring it the fuck on. Oh, anyways, let's knock out another... we only just started, another 18 minutes, and then we're going to hit the street for some steps. So, yeah. Alrighty, we have saunaed and we have showered up, and we are all dressed and out on the streets, hitting some steps in this gloomy ass weather. Not sure what the geo is, but to be honest, I wouldn't mind a bit of rain, because then I wouldn't feel bad about sitting inside and doing fuck all today, because that is what I plan to do. Today being a rest day, I'm going to try and stay off my fucked foot, and I'm going to try and just work and chill, which is the plan. But for now, we are going to get our steps in, because you will learn that in prep, once you get moving, just keep moving until you've done as much shit as you need to do, because once you stop, it can be hard to get going again. So hopped out of the shower and just went, fuck it, straight onto the streets, get the steps done. That way, when we head back inside, we can just do a little bit of work, and then it will be time for meal number 2, which I will show you all, which is always the same on a rest day. It's going to be fish and vegetables, okay? We don't need no rice on no rest day, and corn thins and pineapple. So I will show you all that meal when we get back to the house. Alrighty, we actually just woke up from a bit of a nap, but here's what we got going on for meal number 2. We have got 500 grams of basa, 100 grams of veg, 8 corn thins, 20 grams of whey spread on top of those. That's just the Adonis cookie dough, and 125 pineapples. So I'm going to sit down, hook into this, and then we are going to continue on with the day, guys. All right, guys. we are just preparing meal number 3 at the moment. We have a busy morning ahead, so I'm going to cook this up so that it is ready to go for about 12:30 midday. What we have here is some kangaroo, vegetables, and then we are also going to add a little bit of egg whites to that. So just gotta pick up this damn, such a long way down. We're gonna get this cooked up so that it's all ready to go, and that all I have to do now is focus on work and errands. So errands for the day, post office, also need to pay a bill, need to go to Baker Motors to drop the Mercedes off again. So yeah, we have got a few things to do. So we without a doubt require some liquid motivation in the form of an energy drink. So we shall pick one of those up as well. We will likely end up at the supermarket at some stage as well too. So anyways, I'll finish cooking this up and then we'll likely see you in the car to head over to Baker Motors. All right, currently on our way to Baker Motors to drop the Mercedes off for the fucking like 10th time in the past couple months. It threw some codes the other day, some bullshit about fucking engine light coming on and all this crap. So fucking tell you what, sick to death of this fucking thing. I swear to God, I'm this fucking close to trading the fucking thing in. But anyways, so we're gonna go and see what replacement car they give me. So that's always interesting. And then we are likely going to go to the supermarket, pick up some things, and then back home for some more work, and then eventually meal number 3. So what do you reckon, guys? What are they going to give me? Are they going to give me another Mercedes, or are they going to give me a fucking shit box? What do you think? All right, let's find out soon. Alrighty, here we are, guys. Baker Motors. We'll drop this beast off and we'll see what replacement car they are going to give us. Alrighty, we have this white Eclipse Cross. Ballin' as fuck. So this will be our replacement car for however long that they keep the Mercedes. So let's get into this soccer mum car. And continue on our errands for the day. I mean, it's not too bad. Like, it's actually got a bigger seat than my Mercedes, so my fat ass fits in it better. All right, so anyways, now that we are in the car, we, for starters, are going to start the bloody thing. There we go. All right, so we are going to get one of these bad boys going. And White Monster is on hand. So it is now time to head to the post office, pay a couple of bills, ship a couple of things off, and continue on with the day. So let's do it. So we are sending off some protein to a couple of clients. I am also lucky enough to have some hookups in the supplement industry. So I get cheaper protein and I supply it to some clients so that not only do they get awesome coaching, but they get cheaper protein. So win-win. Okay, all done at the post office now. A couple of happy clients with their awesome peanut butter Skippy protein on the way. Now it is time to head into Woolworths to grab a few essentials. Can you guess what that's going to be? Most likely some Fanta and some pineapple. I am way too predictable, but that is why we are able to bodybuild at a high level, because we have mastered the art of doing the same shit over and over again. So let's go into Woolies and deal with more humans, and then we can retreat back to the safety of the bunker, aka my house. All right, we've just got done at Woolies. So we are going to head home now, do a little bit of client work, and then it will be time for meal number 3. And I also think I spoke too soon this morning, because my legs right now are fucked. I woke up and I was like, oh yeah, they're not too sore from Sunday's leg session, but yeah, now I'm in a little bit of pain, so that's okay. It just matches the way the rest of my body feels. All right, let's head on home, unpack the groceries, and do a bit of work, and it'll be time to eat. Alrighty, we are home from the supermarket. We've unpacked everything, and we are just doing some client work on our phone whilst we catch some rays. As part of bodybuilding, tanning is a crucial process, so it doesn't actually take me much to get very dark, so but I am still going to make sure that I do get some sun, and along with a little bit of MT2 I shall use very sparingly, because I certainly don't want to go full Indian mode. But yeah, so we're just catching up on a couple of client messages at the moment, getting some UV and chilling out, and then in about 30 minutes it's going to be time for meal number 3 already. So rest day is turning out to be quite successful. So anyways, I'm gonna finish up here and then I'll show you what we're eating. Alrighty guys, meal number 3. We have 200 grams of ruminants, 100 grams of veg, 125 pineapple, a bit of leftover Adonis cookie dough, 8 corn thins with about 25 grams of the cookie dough spread on top of all of that. So that is meal numero 3. So we are gonna sit down and we are gonna enjoy this meal, and then we're gonna hook into a little bit more client work. And then we will take you along for whatever else I do, and then into meal number 4. So, time to eat. Alrighty guys, we are cooking up meal number 4. We just finished meal number 3, but we're cooking up number 4 so we can put it in the fridge so that it is ready to go in a few hours when it is time. So that way I can just focus on client work now, and that's about it. So I'm going to finish cooking up this meal here, chuck it in the fridge, do some client work, and then whatever is in the next clip is in the next clip. So I'll see you in whatever it is that I'm doing next. Alrighty guys, so we have spent the last hour doing client checkups. We also managed to get a half an hour nap in, and just now we are doing a bit of housework, cleaning the kitchen, little bits and pieces like that. So another hour and a half and it'll be time for meal number 4, which I'll take you through. But until then, we shall keep cleaning up the kitchen and the lounge room. And then I do believe we are going to try and see if we can whippersnip the edges of the lawn outside. So wish me luck. Well, that's unfortunate. We came out here to try and whippersnip these edges here, but it appears that we have no whippersnipper line left. So that is a big fat no-go, unfortunately, which sucks because the edges really need fucking doing. And it does my head in when shit is half done. So anyways, that's all right. We will have to keep going on with the chores and just let it be so that the fact that the backyard shall not be perfect. Well, looks like we got divine intervention anyway. It has just started raining, so guess the lawns definitely were not meant to be. So Anyways, that's right. Makes me kind of feel a little bit better about the whole situation. Alrighty, guys. We are chilling out on the sofa after having just done a speed run house clean. So it is almost time for meal number 4. And I want to touch on a little subject before it is time to eat. And that is bodybuilding and hypochondriacs. So I feel like bodybuilding attracts the most worrying OCD, hypochondriac type personalities that the world has. I see this in so many clients of people just worrying themselves to death about the dumbest shit. And, you know, they'll say something like, oh my God, my electrolyte ratios aren't perfect. Like, you know, it might be like, I'm 500 milligrams less sodium or potassium in relation to one or the other or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, they're here thinking that that's the reason they're not making gains. But the amount that they're fucking stressing over the smallest and dumbest shit is probably making more of an effect on them not getting gains than something like that would. And having worked with a lot of people now and still having people like this on my roster, it's just interesting because we try so hard as bodybuilders to eke out every little 1% right. But sometimes I feel that with some clients, this can go the other way. When you start to stress and worry about every little minute thing, and in return, you're missing the big picture, like, that's a problem. Like, if instead of focusing on hitting all your meals and, you know, going to bed on time and making sure you're getting the right amount of calories in and making sure that you're training really hard and making sure, you know, that you're getting all of your fluid in. If you're sitting there worrying about little fucking stupid shit like, oh my God, my potassium's a little bit low or my sodium's a little bit low or whatever, especially if you feel fine, and you're worrying about little dumb shit like that, like, that's an issue because you are stressing yourself out of gains, and that's going to cause, like I said, more of an effect than, you know, something so minute such as that. Now, I'm not saying that I use the electrolytes as an example, and I'm not saying that electrolytes aren't important. I'm just saying that if you miss the forest for the trees and that's what you're worrying about and stressing about, and you're fucking up everywhere else, you know, you're going to bed late and you're missing meals, and you're running up to me though and you're going, oh my God, coach, my fucking sodium levels are a little bit low. Should we up it or whatever? Okay, well, are you feeling okay? Are you cramping? Do you feel hydrated? You know, what's your blood pressure? Yada, yada, yada. All these questions. No, they're all fine and I feel great. Well, okay, like, why are you stressing yourself the fuck out over such a small detail? We can always try more. We can add a little bit if you want. That you're running around here going, I need to tell coach, oh my God, I'm going to, No, calm down, chill. Another one will be guys that will, you know, be like, oh my God, coach, a guy over here is using XYZ peptide or drug. Should we use it? This is again where I pinch my nose and I close my eyes and I go, look how much progress I've been making. Have you been making gains? Yeah. Have your gym lifts been going up like awesomely? Yeah. Has your body been looking better and better each week? Has my feedback on your check-ins been that you've been progressing really good? Yeah. Then don't you think that if I thought you needed another drug or another peptide or another XYZ, that I would then add it? Because I would. Another example of this might be like, oh my God, coach, should we use insulin? Because we might not be using it at that point in time. And I'll be like, no. Why are we just going to randomly add insulin? Oh, I heard it's anabolic as fuck. Well, for starters, insulin can be a good thing, yes, but in the right context, okay? If you're taking 3 IUs of growth and your carbohydrates are at like 400, brother, you don't need insulin, trust me. Especially not if you're like 80 kilos dripping wet. So anyways, I just thought that was a little bit of a funny insight into some of my experience as a coach. And I'm not speaking on anyone specifically right now, but yeah, I will admit that bodybuilding certainly does seem to attract the hypochondriacs of the world and the warriors of the world and the guys that are just fucking mental masturbation over the smallest shit, you know. I personally didn't get fucking big and strong and, you know, everything that I have been before and am now by worrying about fucking, you know, insulin and peptides and all this fucking bullshit. I didn't. I put all my focus and energy into training fucking hard, eating all my fucking food, resting, okay? The basic shit. Peptide XY134 fucking dick in hand isn't the secret to getting massive. Nor is you worrying about tiny little fucking stupid shit. Stick to the basics. Stick to mastering the basics. Stop worrying yourself to pieces and you'll probably still keep making gains. Trust me. All right, anyways, enough of a rant. It's time for meal number 4, so I will see you there. Right, legends. Meal number 4. Nice and simple one here. We have that fish that we cooked up earlier, 500 grams of basa, 100 grams of veg, and 8 corn thins with 30 grams of Adonis cookie whey protein concentrate spread. You can probably see it over in the background over there. I don't know if you can sort of see the colored tubs just here, just like here. But anyways, that's the stuff there, and it is the tits. So we are going to eat this, and then we are going to head out for some steps, even though it looks like it's going to rain. But yeah, just want to get some steps in after this meal, just to get digestion happening, and I'll be able to also make a couple of client calls and text while I walk. Multitasking tip, guys. When you're walking in quiet neighborhoods and down streets where there's no cars, you can also get some work done. So I will tell you right now that productivity maxing is one of my greatest skills. So anyways, I'll see you out in the street for some steps. Alrighty, guys, we have eaten meal 4. We did a little bit more client work, and now we are just out doing some digestion steps before we head back inside for the night to chill out, do a couple more client calls, as I need to go over a couple of diet changes with a couple of the boys. One guy is currently dieting before a push phase, so we're going to alter his diet a little bit more just to speed the process up a touch, because he just wants to get over and done with. And another fella, we're going to go over some food selection stuff, just because he's having a bit of digestion problems. So that is the kind of things that you will be dealing with as an online coach, is dealing with troubleshooting people's problems. So, by the way, is it just me, or have I been tanning for a couple of days and I already look way blacker? I don't know, I feel like I look really fucking dark right now. And it's also starting to spit, so it looks like my evening walk is going to be a little bit wetter than I had imagined. But anyways, that's okay. What I am going to do when I get home, though, is I am going to show you how to make your Ninja Creamy 10 times fucking better than it is right now. And I'll show you exactly how I do that. And it's not because of the ingredients or anything like that. It's the way that you actually spin it and the way that you go about the whole process of it. So I'll show you what I mean when I get back. And yeah, then I will likely probably end the vlog after that, but we shall see. So anyways, I'll see you back at the Ninja Creamy. Oh, all right, just got done with that walk, and I'm pretty fucking soaked now. And just to add insult to injury, we get home to another bill. So this one is rates, it looks like. So yay, I just went and paid a whole bunch of fucking bills at the post office today. Looks like we got more to pay. This world is a fucking fickle bitch, I'll tell you that much. You'll get fucking rained on, you'll get fucking talked about by shit people, and you'll have to pay bills and taxes until the day you die. Don't you just love living? Isn't living just fucking awesome? Fuck. Alright guys, I'm going to show you a trick to the Ninja Creamy that is going to change your life. Now, I've mentioned this before, that I actually spin up my Ninja Creamy a few hours before I eat it. So At the moment, it is now about 4:30. I'm going to eat it tonight at about 7:30, okay? So what you actually want to do is you want to spin it, like I said, a few hours prior to actually wanting to eat it. You're going to add fluid, and then you're going to re-spin it again, and then put it in the freezer for a few hours again before you eat it. So I'm going to show you the difference between spinning it and re-spinning it with fluid so that you can see. So right now I've spun it just once, straight out of the freezer after being in there overnight, and I'll show you the consistency. Then I'm going to add liquid, re-spin it, and then I'm going to show you the consistency again, and you'll see what I mean. All right, so Ninja Creamy has been spun once. All right, so you see that, right? It's a fucking mess. All right, no one wants to eat that shit. If you spin it like that and you eat it straight away like that, then fuck your life. This is what you want to do. You want to add some liquid. What I have in my hand that you can't see is a protein shake that I've made out of any flavor. So you're just going to add liquid. Okay, just like that. Then you're going to put that back on. Then you're going to press respin. All right. All right, so we've just respun it and with the liquid in it, and I'm going to show you how different it actually looks since we added the extra fluid and respinned it again. If I can do this without fucking everything up. All right, there we go. All right, you'll see how different that looks. Look at that. Much different to the consistency we had before. And because we added fluid to it right now, obviously it's very soft because, you know, you just added a bunch of liquid into the frozen base. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to put that back in the freezer now for a few hours. And then when you then take it out to eat, it's going to be absolute perfection. Trust me. That is how you master the art of the Ninja Creamy, guys. Whoa. See? Freeze that again for a couple of hours and it's going to be perfect. Alrighty, well, I've shown you all the secret to the Ninja Creamy now, so you can all sleep well at night, knowing that I'm not gatekeeping it anymore. But yeah, the rest of the night now, I'm just going to chill out, talk to clients, sit back on the couch, drink me some sugar-free Fanta and chill out. So I hope you enjoyed my rest day vlog. Nothing different, same as usual, but I do warn you at the start of every video that it's going to be the same shit over and over again. So anyways, thank you for tuning in. Peace out, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning.